Hey guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Tshego. If you've been watching our channel for a little while, you'll know that we normally show our village life and how we live our village life. But today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm talking hair. So if you're here and you're a man, please just bear with me for today. I'm saying that I do recognize that men do grow their hair out, but it's not a very common thing in Africa. In case most of the men that watch this channel are Africans, so that's why I say that. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so we are talking hair growth. I've been natural, believe it or not, since 2014, and I have seen years of length plateaus. But the last year, I've started figuring some things out, and my hair has grown a little bit more and bumped out of the length plateau. So I wanted to give you the tips, and I'm also aware that there's a lot of natural people, hair people who are talking natural hair online, but I wanted to do this video particularly for a lot of us ladies in Southern Africa. Sometimes the products that people have overseas is not what we have, and sometimes we might think maybe our hair is not growing because of the unavailability of products. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to do, to kind of clear up that myth and just to show you what tips have worked for me. So tip number one has got to be moisture. I'd always been moisturizing my hair, but somehow I was struggling to retain moisture. But the last little while, I've been doing it a little bit better. Actually, I just keep my routine simple. So when I was living at home in Botswana, I was getting your pink oil moisturizer, or it's written Restore, I think, which is the Revlon one, or Dark and Lovely, I'm not sure. But it's because natural hair products in Africa are expensive anyway, especially this part of the world. And so that's why I kept it simple. And that particular moisturizer, you could get it for like 20 bucks, which is like $2. Whereas here in Zim, even those products are a little bit more pricey. So that's why I've kept my method a little bit simpler. Sometimes I just use plain water, sometimes I use teas, and sometimes I use aloe vera. Okay, so I've got my aloe vera plant here, and it's a little one, as you can see. I've planted these in my flower beds, and I've done a whole row of them to help me moisturize my hair. But because I don't have electricity since we've moved here, I've been a little bit lazy, but I have started it recently. So what I do is I cut the sides of the aloe vera. I cut it basically at the edges off, and I soak it in water for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I slice it in between, and then I scoop out the pulp, and I crush it with my hands, or you can blend it if you have a blender or you have electricity. And then you sieve it. You don't want that pulp stuck in your hair, because once you have it in your hair, it won't come out. And after you've done that, it will dry flaky if you leave it just like that. So if you don't want it to dry flaky, you want to put oil on it. And so whenever I put oil on top of my aloe vera gel, I find that my hair comes out a whole lot more moisturized. But sometimes it's just I sprayed with water, or I sprayed my hair with tea, and I'll put oil on it, and then we're good to go. And this year I got myself a spray bottle for the first time, and I was spraying my hair with tea the other day, and I don't know where I put it, so that's why it's not here for demonstration. But yeah, that is point number one, moisture. So point number two has to be the long, what do you call it? Like a long, like when you protective style for a long time. So like if you've noticed in my videos, I always wear mini braids. So I'm not a wig girl, and I think the only time that I wore a wig is when I was working as a flight attendant, and I think I probably wore it twice. And what I used to prefer was synthetic braids, but I found out that I struggle to moisturize my own hair while it's in synthetic braids. When I used to get the braids done, whenever I remove them, I'll find the hair broken inside. So I decided forget the synthetic braids. So I just do mini braids for myself. And so in the time that I have the mini braids, I wash my hair in the mini braids, I condition it in the mini braids, I moisturize it in the mini braids, and it's actually easier to handle than when I have all of it out like this. So that is point number two. And normally I keep the mini braids for 2 months. So I used to do the twists, but I found out the twists turn into a lock really quickly. By the time I leave my twist for 3 weeks, my hair is locking up. And so the mini braids are able to stay tangle free for a little while, but my sweet spot, I have found it to be 2 months. And part of why I also do the mini braids is what I really love is a cornrow, and I don't know how to cornrow my own hair. And a lot of times when I go to the hair salon, I find that people don't know how to handle natural hair yet. And so I get a lot of breakage. And so what I decided is forget it, I'm gonna do my own hair. That's why I do the mini braids, because they're a lot easier to do. So if you're able to do a cornrow and throw your wig on, if you have to go to work when the cornrow is aging, and if that's all you have to do, that's all you have to do. In bots, as actually, I know in Zim it's particularly considered like a high school girl's hairstyle maybe, but in bots, even as adults, we wear cornrows, and in fact, I did wear them for my wedding, and they were always my go-to style when I was working as a flight attendant. But I had to change them regularly, of course. Okay, so point number three has to be the fenugreek. So I found out years ago that fenugreek does help with hair growth. I'd attempted it before, but I kind of didn't persevere with it. But I decided to try it again. So what I've been doing is, this is the tea I've been talking about. So sometimes I'll let it sit in water overnight, and then in the morning I've got my fenugreek concentrate. I sieve it before I put it in the spray bottle, just to prevent the nozzle from blocking. And I spray my roots with it, but I also just spray the length of my hair with it and put an oil whenever my hair is dry. But recently I decided to go one more step, and as well I found out that it was good for fibroids, which I was trying for it to help me with. So I started to drink it, but it complicated things for me. It made the fibroids worse for some reason, and so I had to stop drinking it. So I've gone back to just spraying it on my roots. But I will have to say, before you attempt taking a herb or taking a supplement, please consult with your doctor. Okay, so you can actually get the fenugreek at the Indian stores. Normally, that is my good rule of thumb. If you're looking for one and you don't know where to find it, you can get it at the Indian store. And if you're in the Bulawayo area, I got this, I forgot the name of the store, but they've written their address here is 59 Robert Mugabe Way, Bulawayo. It's just somewhere like as where the market ends as you're coming out, maybe going towards the suburbs. I don't know if that helps. So it's either written fenugreek or it's written methi. Like this one is written crushed methi. And normally they sell it as a whole seed or they crush it. So yeah, so I got this for 80 cents. There are two Indian stores that I'm aware of in Bulawayo town that sell spices. But the other one I found their fenugreek to be quite expensive. So at this particular store, um, this packet for 100 grams, you'll get it for 80 cents. So point number four is a multivitamin. A lot of the food that we eat is nutritionally lacking because of I don't know, we have overused the ground, and these days we put pesticides and all kinds of fertilizers in the ground, weedicides, and so I don't know, they give us they make our food a little bit compromised. And so I've never really been a supplement girl, but because I'm lacking in certain vitamins and minerals, I've started a multivitamin, and I'm trying to cover especially iron, but also some vitamins. And so when I started taking that multivitamin as well, it's like the multivitamin and the fenugreek together, they worked even more amazing than the fenugreek alone. And I've only been on that multivitamin for 4 months. So if you are a vitamin girl or you want to try hair, skin, and nails, I've seen people do hair, skin, and nails. Yeah, we don't have much access to those in Africa for some reason. Maybe you'll find like one or two brands, if at all. But I know overseas you guys have lots of access to such products. If you want to try that, yeah, go ahead, but always be mindful to consult a physician. But those are my main four tips of how which have been my hair game changer. So I'm just going to show you where my hair is at right now, and I'm doing a hair challenge as well. So my 40th birthday is May 26th, and I'm promising myself to be waist length by then. However, I'm mid back length, which might be a little bit over ambitious, but hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So yeah, I'm about to show you my hair length, and if you want to do this challenge with me, comment below, or if you have your own challenge and your own hair growth goals, just comment below and share with me as well what exactly you're doing to achieve your goals. Okay, so I'm going to show you what my hair is looking like at the moment. Um, this is the front, and it stops right here. It kind of finishes along here, and the side of my hair. This is the side. This is this part here. That's how long this side is. And okay, so I'll try to adjust the camera so that you guys can be able to see my back. So yeah, I'm just going to show you my back. Okay, this is my back. As you can see, I'm just looking straight ahead of me. I'm not bending or anything. And it barely touches the bra strap. Yeah, so anyway, this is where it ends. Actually, it hits the bra strap. This is where it ends. This is this part. So yeah, that's my back. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share with your friends, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're always notified when you upload a new video. So until next time, bye!